Alright everybody, welcome back to Super Mario Sunshine, and yeah, today I'm probably going to be finishing up the game. We only have the one Shadow Mario Shine left in Pianta Village. Also, you will notice that the image looks a lot better today than it did on when I was recording that previous episode. Yeah, because I'm recording this off the Wii actually today. I don't know why the footage looks so bad on that other. I'm beginning to suspect that maybe that RCA cord is actually like faulty or something. Because I do have slightly different settings on the on this capture setup, the thingamajigger. So it's gonna be this, then we're gonna do the little trip into the volcano, and then it's gonna be the Bowser fight. Alright, yeah, there's that asshole. Yeah. Also, the audio balance was just horrible. It might be a little too quiet now. I recorded a little session of playing Metroid. I am not sure if I'm going to keep up with that, but, who knows? I might. Okay, I don't remember. Is this the only Shadow Mario who actually leaves, like, this... Well, okay, the Fire Gunk is, like, specific to this level, so... But it's the only one where he actually does leave Gunk behind. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, there. Need to catch up to him. There, we got him. I remember this. Yes, yeah, sorry, I didn't read the I didn't read the audio at all last time. I feel a bit embarrassed about that. I was that was a bit of a embarrassing thing. And yeah, it had almost been a full year since the last episode. I mean, that is the biggest sign, of course, for me that I don't have any perspective on the, on the passage of time anymore. But yeah, all right. So Delfino Plaza is completely, submerged now. This is pretty, dope though. I do think this is kind of cool. So it's time for this little Corona Mountain, yeah. Yeah, that's really funny. That's really funny. It actually reminds me of a little thing. Oh, that I did that little video on my main channel where last year where I was showing off like my Spanish skills and like Duolingo. Been like trying to find ways to test out my my Spanish skills, and also I didn't mention that in the video, but I actually also started using Duolingo to refresh my Swedish skills, because jag kan tala svenska lille men jag har inte praktiserat det så mycket, and honestly, I'm a little bit, embarrassed occasionally, by my. Oh, okay, I remember now. Yeah, you gotta be like extra super careful with that part. Oh, and I have to start all the way from the beginning. Yeah, so I kind of feel embarrassed sometimes about my, Swedish skills. Especially when you consider that I lived for a little while last year and the year before. I lived for a while, in a Swedish majority part of Finland. Not by that much. Obviously, I could still speak Swedish, but I mean Finnish in a day-to-day scenario. But the issue for me was really the fact that as a part of my job, I had to be at these meetings where everybody else spoke Swedish. And don't get me wrong, they understood Finnish, and if I wanted to chime in, I could chime in Finnish. But I just felt so like, okay, now I gotta pay extra careful attention to this. But it was something that I felt really like embarrassed about because even though the other people understood Finnish and I could chime in Finnish, and they had no problems with it. Like quite a few of them were clearly like just native Finnish speakers. Ooh. But in those parts of the country, it's like pretty normal that at home, at home you speak like Swedish, and then then in like your professional life you might speak Swedish, or vice versa. They're both are equally possible. But I felt awkward about, oh, I'm not allowed to touch that either, huh? Okay. So, but the thing is, like, you feel awkward breaking up the flow of the conversation by suddenly speaking Finnish when everybody else is speaking Swedish. And I feel like I've talked about this somewhere before, but the thing that Duolingo did display for me, and that which was sort of endearing though, is that I do actually there's quite a lot of Swedish that I do still remember, like very intuitively. But the problem is, like, I don't have the confidence to really speak it. So now I started to do a little experiment, where I basically kind of do a little mini podcast in Swedish. I'm not putting them out in anywhere. It's not like a public thing that I'm doing, but it's just something that I needed something to train my spoken Swedish, because don't get me wrong, like Duolingo is pretty good. Okay, don't get me wrong, Duolingo is like really good with also teaching you spoken Swedish. And they even encourage you to just read the practice sentences out loud sometimes, because that helps a lot as well. And but I really need to find a reason to practice it outside of Duolingo. I feel like I'm not like applying it otherwise what I've learned very effectively. Okay. So that's what I've been doing, and basically what I've been doing is like I'm doing the weather in Swedish. Yes, okay. All right, now it's just a race to the top. Or it's not even a race. Okay, weird. Why did it ask me to save? Does it start me here if I die in the Bowser fight? Oh, wow. Okay. Was this different in the Switch version then? I don't remember these different colored clouds. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wowie, wow. I had totally forgotten about this. Okay, I gotta get up to that cloud in the middle. There we go.
The water's great, hey, Junior?
Sure is, Papa. Come on in, Mama Peach. I think no.
I don't like this porny music, though.
You again? Don't you ever...
Peach looks really shiny for some reason.
How dare you disturb my family vacation?
I don't remember who Bowser's actor in this is. I kind of have a soft spot for the guy who did his voice in, I kind of have a soft spot for the guy who did his voice in the Dick cartoons. Like, like a gruff delivery. This is giving me, oh no. This is giving me slight flashbacks of that freaking robot fight from Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, no. Oh, God. Well, I'm dead. Wait. Oh, okay. I keep switching, thinking I could get the hover nozzle, but I can't. So, in case you were wondering, yeah, no, I haven't gotten to this Bowser fight like very often, so I don't remember it like the back of my hand. Unlike the, the Bowser fight from 64. What the fuck was that shit? I fell through. That was not my fault. Okay. Damn it. I feel like the fight's glitching out a bit. I hate that Bowser's stank water also, like, hurts me. Okay. Well, are you not gonna let me... Fuck. God. Oh, this is embarrassing. There's all kinds of weird shit happening in this fight now. No, 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 no. Come on, Mario. No. So, Dennis Hopper. It's kind of weird, like, because I'm gonna be honest, like, the first movie where I saw Dennis Hopper was the live action Mario movie. I had never seen Dennis Hopper in anything before that. And then, so I didn't know at the time that, he was kind of the premier bad guy actor of the era. And then I discovered, like, oh, he's also the bad guy in, like, Speed and Waterworld and well, I know he's in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I don't know if he's a bad guy in that. Like, I'm thinking, like, I could maybe use Flood to get over that fire, but I don't feel confident doing that. And then I discovered, so recently me and my friend Ville, we had a bit of a, oh God, we had a bit of a David Lynch marathon. And okay, so we're doing the Corona Mountain again. So I saw Blue Velvet for the first time and found out that movie is kind of to blame or thank for the, allowing Dennis Hopper to, become the, bad guy actor that he is now known as, because apparently, like, his career was actually, like, in the dumps a bit at the time when he did it, and then that movie sort of revitalized it, and that's why, he did a bunch of movies then in the 90s. We got up to, Lost Highway. We watched, we didn't watch, well, I think I said in another Let's Play that last year I actually watched the Dune movie, and so we didn't watch the Dune movie, but we did watch Eraserhead and Elephant Man and Wild at Heart, and then the Lost Highway. And of those three, Eraserhead, Elephant Man, and The Lost Highway were by far my top three favorites. The only, Blue Velvet was okay. I liked it, swell enough, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like super Lynchian, if you will, but I guess it was Lynchian, I guess, in the sense that, there were some pretty fucked up characters in that. Dennis Hopper's being, by and away the weirdest and most disturbing, but on the surface it was like to some extent it was like a very typical mystery novel. There were parts of it that did remind me of a point-and-click adventure game. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no. But yeah, so I think Lost Highway was like my favorite from just like stylistically speaking. I thought Eraserhead was pretty neat as well, all right, please throw me straight into the fight. Oh no, you're seriously making me watch this again. Yeah. Yeah, but so Lost Highway was my favorite, definitely from the point of view that that the story of that is almost incomprehensible, but it was still like a good, but it wasn't like hard to follow. So that's the thing I liked about it.
My family vacation.
But I like the movie that it was like ballsy enough that it did not feel obliged to follow any kind of like actual logic. So, oof. So after that, the only movies that I haven't seen now from Lynch are his like three most recent films. No, again. Okay, that was not my fucking fault. Like, Mario just falls through the goddamn tiles. Oh my god. This is not a problem that I was expecting to have with this one. Oh my god. And that's the other thing, because I can slip off the edge like that. That's another real... That's a real bullshit thing, that is. Okay. So I can jump over it like that. Oh no! Ah. Yeah, no, I didn't... Ugh. But you know what? I do think... So I have no idea who the actor who plays Bowser in this. I do like his voice. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just like, I don't think he's... I mean, or maybe he has done... Maybe they've used his, like, Bowser grunts later. Oh, not... That is... Why does that keep happening? I don't understand. How can that... It's happened multiple times now. That, like... Okay, no. God damn it, Mario. Don't you fucking dare. I'm now staying in place for a bit to hopefully counteract that whole thing. Jesus. Okay. Yeah. And my least favorite of the movies that we watched, by and away, I'm sorry to say, was Wild at Heart, because, like, the main character spent like the first 30 minutes just fucking, like nothing else happened in the movie for a really long while. No! No, why did that happen? Jesus Christ. Like, I get bombarded by bullshit. Ugh. Yeah, so, and even once the movie did get going, like, it wasn't really my cup of tea. Like, ooh. And the thing is, like, I love Nicolas Cage. Like, anything that he's in, it doesn't matter, like, if the movie's good or not. No, I just, legitimately just like Nicolas Cage so much that even when he's in a bad movie, I think he elevates it. But, like, that movie, it just couldn't... his performance was good. Like, I'm not saying it was bad. But it just didn't hit for me, really. And then the lady who was in That Blue Velvet and, Jurassic Park was also in it. Laura Dern, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked Laura Dern's performance as well. But it just wasn't enough. There wasn't, like, and, like, for a road movie, because it is a road movie, because it also didn't feel like they really went, like, to a lot of places. Like, yeah, that movie felt like it was... Like, that movie felt like there was a lot of wasted potential on it. Oh my god. That was some horse hockey. Yeah. I just love the fact that the parasol is like... yeah, that completely, breaks all laws of physics. Alright. So don't get me wrong, I enjoy this game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think this little thing here, this is so stupid. We're trying to have this dramatic moment with Flood.
Mario, was I assist?
No, Flood, you can't die on me now.
Mario, look.
You maniacs, you blew it up. No, sorry, I don't know why I was having a Planet of the Apes moment there. This is giving me huge Zelda vibes, though. This, I gotta say, weirdly. It's kind of like that ending of Ocarina of Time where they're all dancing at Lon Lon Ranch. Okay, I do like this part.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
I know she's not really my mama. Someday, when I'm bigger, I wanna fight that Mario again.
That's my boy. Well put, son.
My boy.
Life is as strong as ever. But for now, let's just rest a while.
Ah, this is music from Mario 64. Okay, and Flood's all fixed now.
Vacation starts now.
Oh, it does it? Alright. Oh, you know what? This looks a lot like, you know, Sonic Adventures, like, credits. I'm actually digging this. Oh, there's Takashi Tezuka. Futoshi Shirai. And there was already, like, yeah, Iwata's credit up there as well. So this was already well... Yeah, I think this is... yeah, where, Hiroshi Yamaguchi was no longer with the company. Or maybe, let's check it out at the end. I think this is right around the time when Iwata took over as the head of Nintendo, yeah. This is a really cool NGC, because I gotta say. And there's Koji Kondo, Shinobu Tanaka. Name sounds familiar. He must have been in the... Oh, there. Martinet, Jen Taylor, Kit Harris, Scott Burns, and Dolores Rogers. Oh, Pat Penny didn't get a credit, huh? Okay. He was the... There's Leslie Swan, the original Peach. You know, there was or in the... I mean, in the 64, I think, Leslie Swan was the... Because she's just a translator, they asked her to just do Peach's voice, I think. I know this is supposed to sound like a crowd, but it actually sounds like more like noise, actually. Disconcerting, I think. Alright. I forget if he says anything funny at the end here. No, literally just the end. No, thank you so much for playing my game. Although we did get to see El Piantissimo. Alright, and that's the end of this Mario Let's Play series. It took my sweet time, didn't I? Alright, but see you on the next one. Bye-bye.